Hi, my name is Dan Nzinga, and I'm the king of challenges. Welcome to the introduction of the Create Your Own Challenge program. I'm here to teach you and to help you grow into creating your own community and using the challenges however that you feel that you need to use it. But first, let me introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Dan Nzinga. Why am I the king of challenges? I have created over 50 different challenges in so many different areas, different walks of life. My special talent is to be able to break a concept down, break something down, either to educate, to create a habit, to reach a goal, into 21 different steps so that it's easier for somebody to do a little bit every day. And so that's why they call me the king of challenges. So as an introduction, I would like to give you guys a little bit of what you're going to learn in this process, what you're going to get from it, why it's important. I want to discuss all the questions that you might have. And if we've already discussed this stuff, feel free to skip it. But I suggest that you kind of just hear it out again, hear me out, listen through this introduction so that you can get everything that you are to get during this process. All right. So I have helped many coaches, many leaders. I have run challenges for over 1,000 people who have participated, who have completed. Not everybody has completed the challenge. There's a specific way I do them. And that's why I have been crowned as a king of challenges, because the way I do my challenge is a lot different than the way other people do their challenges. My challenge is not a course. It requires action. It's not something you just sit down and get information. Now, of course, once you have your challenge, you can run it the way you want to run it. But I'm going to teach you the way I do it, the way it's been successful for me, and how it has benefited my life and what I got from doing that. So I just want to have that explained during this short video. Welcome to my home, by the way. I enjoy traveling the world and being able to go in different places. And this creating challenges has given me that freedom, that location freedom that I always dreamed about, and a financial freedom that also have always dreamed about as well. So listen close if you are interested in having that type of lifestyle where money is not a worry, and you can one day be in Greece and the next day be in another country. You can, that's just, the lifestyle I want, and it's something you can do with yourself, with your family, with people that you love, or you just have more time for yourself, okay? So once you have your challenge done, you can use it however you want to and however it can benefit you. But I want to just teach you and show you how to create challenges. So let me answer a few questions. What is it? What is a 21-day challenge? What is it? It is a step, a process. If you have customers, or you have a brand, you have a mission, you have something you want to build a community around, you want to get action around, you want to get people to know what you're doing, it can be used to educate your potential customers so that at the end, they are going to go with you, or they get you as an expert. It sets you up as an expert. Okay. What else does it do? It can not only educate, it can create habits for people. It can create transformation for people. It's a process of 21 days of someone doing something positive every day that leads them toward a certain goal, whether it be to lose weight, whether it be to get stronger, whether it be to work on their marriage, whether it be to anything, any goal that you have, any goal that they have, that somebody has, that you have, you can break it down to the 21 steps that you take 20 actions, 21 days in a row. And it's different than coming to a course 2 times a week and you're learning all this information and you go try to apply it. This in the challenge, you apply things inside the challenge. So it's not just learning, it's also doing, which is the best way to learn anyways. So let's go through over, now I said what it is. Why do somebody do that? Why? Because it's a lot simpler to take little bites than to take one big chunk. I can get a book, and I have my shelf is full of books that I've read, and I just forget about them because I read them, but I didn't do the book while I was doing it. While I was reading it, I wasn't doing the exercise. I was doing what it said because it just gives you a lot of information. The 21-day challenge allows us to take a little bit from chapter 1 and actually do it that day. Now you remember it better. So you're not actually reading a book, you're actually doing the book, for example. You're not doing a seminar, you're not participating in a seminar, you're actually doing the seminar, you're doing what it said. And that makes a world of difference in how that is done. So that's, why 21-day challenge is better. Why do I set mine this way? A lot of people, when they create challenges, whether it be Tony Robbins or Pedro, these other guys who do challenges all the time, It's usually 5 to 7 day challenges. Sometimes, you know, they're like, I'll give an extra day or whatever. But their main goal is really to sell something else like immediately. So they're not giving you everything. In our challenge, the way I do my challenge, you try to give as much value as you can in that short time for people can do it, not just pitching you on something else. You know, there is an aspect of that because at the end of the challenge, you're going to be the expert. But it's 21 days of the person having you, hearing your voice, seeing your content, and not feeling the pressure to buy something. When I've done other challenges on Facebook, for one, is Facebook is live, so it's not like you can go back to it. And there's nobody really holding your hand. There's nobody like if in the way we do our challenges, if someone doesn't participate, you will know. It's really like I need to complete the challenge. It's really a challenge, not a class. And the challenge requires action. So example, if I challenge you to do 50 push-ups and you do 2, you can't say you did the challenge, but you can say you did a class and you do anything. So this method has created miracles and wonderful, wonderful things for a lot of people around the world, from Africa to Canada to Europe, the Caribbean, America, of course. And that has helped so many people. So why would you want to do it? Why would you want to have a challenge? If you have a community you want to grow your brand, this is how to get people in action around what you're doing. That's one reason. Another reason is a lead generator. As you do challenges, you can offer them for free or for a little bit of money in the front, but it generates leads because it lets you know who's interested in your topic. If you have a basket weaving class and you do a basket weaving 21-day challenge, for example, people who sign up, not necessarily participate, because people sign up and then life gets in the way, they don't participate. But I see they signed up. I mean, they're interested. Those are free leads that you get because you're throwing a challenge. Someone who's interested in, you know, working on their marriage. You do a Love Your Spouse 21-day challenge. Those are people who are going to sign up for it. So it's an automatic lead generator of who's interested in possibly what you're doing. All right. So how does it work? Okay. So you create your challenge. Once you have your whole challenge, we invite people. I will invite people to beta test it for you. And then from there, you run the challenge. I'm going to teach you all of that, how it works. And now you have people and you have so many people come in. Where do you get the people? We can all discuss all of that, how to fill up your space with people. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit again about my story. So you have a little bit of backstory, what creating challenges can do for you and how it can generate a lot of money for you, either on the front end or the back end. I mean, it's just a perfect situation because people want to work with who they know and trust. They don't want to hire someone they don't know and trust. But once they hear you from many times, they know you, they know how you think, they hear your story. And then that gets them to know you, like you, and trust you. Then that's like the best scenario. And it gets them in action. People remember what they take action on. If you read a book you don't take action on, you don't remember it as well as if you took action on it. So this is really the key juice is action oriented. And the key that you're providing for your people that's doing your challenge is support and accountability. And people remember that. And that's what really gives different, that's what really makes transformation. You can have great content, great material, but if you don't provide the support and accountability for them to take action, it's not going to have the same impact. And of course, what we want to do is have impact in the world. Okay, so I'll talk about 5 things. What problem does it solve? I'll talk about an obstacle I overcame doing this. I will talk about the skills I mastered, my expertise and experience, and my from zero to hero story, which, you know, every coach, every leader should have a from zero to hero story, something that you're explaining what happened to you. How did you go through your transformation to get to where you are so that you can lead other people, of course. Okay, so what problem is solved? Before I was doing challenges, you know, of course I coached people. I had my own business, had my own other vacation business, and it was difficult. You know, I do seminars. Yes, I would coach people and they would be, you know, like 3, 4 calls a day, very tiring. But I got to a point where I couldn't take more people. A regular coach is going to have 10 people max that they hire, you know, and then after a while, it's just really time consuming, and it's an energy burner, and it's very difficult to have, you know, that many, you know, to have that few people, and then, you know, people are not paying a lot of money because you want to help people. You get stuck in a rotation of not getting to where you want to get to. So what did I do? Once I discovered challenges, I did my first one, and it went by those 35 people that participated in my first challenge. Like, oh, great. Of course, it was free. I just offered it and I created it. And the testimony that came out of that was amazing. It blew me away. It's like, oh, maybe I have something good here. You know, it took me about a month to create the challenge. You got to put the content, put the text together. You gotta have your voice, you gotta put the music, you make it really nice that people enjoy the time they're spending with you. But once you have that challenge done, you can use it over and over and over for years to come. There's no problem. You can always just rerun the challenge. And it's definitely a great generator of leads. It's also a great way to get people in action. If you have a community that's already there, but they're not really in action, you start a challenge, bam, your community's back in action, people are back alive. And you don't want a community to die because people don't have anything to do or anything to talk about. But creating a challenge or running a challenge in your community, even if it's somebody else's challenge, running the challenge wakes up the community, wakes up everybody, and then you can go. Okay, so which solved the problem for me because I didn't have to keep going one at a time, trying to sell somebody or trying to talk to somebody about being coached. I literally went on a journey, a trip, meeting people all over the country, talking one-on-one with them, explaining what I do to get leads, to get customers. And it's a lot of work to get a customer, but with the 21-day challenge, it just solved the problem because I just run a challenge. I can ask either a leader that already has a big group, if I can run a challenge in his group, people participate, they like it, and you're getting a whole bunch of different leads or people that are interested specifically in you and in what you do. So it solved the problem as far as spending a whole bunch of money on marketing, a whole bunch of money on chasing one person at a time. Now you have a community of supporters. You have people that are interested. They're not necessarily customers yet, but you have a group of interested people. And then those interested people, you have them, and you can always keep talking to them to get them to that next level. Okay, cool. So that's the problem that it solved for me. I'm actually gonna look real quick on my notes. Okay, obstacle that I overcame the fear of doing it, how people are going to receive it, how people are going to take it, how people are going to digest this information. And so I had to overcome that fear. And when it overcame the fear of asking people to listen to me, because I could just say, invite them to the challenge. If they're interested in what the challenge is about, they'll join and there's no pressure. And say, hey, I don't have time this month. Okay, next month. So it's basically a tool that you have that makes inviting people, telling people what you do so much easier because you can, like I said, you can offer it for free and the person can check you out, hear you, kind of know you before they actually commit to you. And it just made a lot of stuff easier. So I don't really have the problem of like chasing people. I have a whole community of one group. I have almost 2,000 people in a community that I ran challenges in. I have another smaller WhatsApp group with about 250 people. WhatsApp allows you to take only that much. Hopefully they increase that number. But I have different communities and different platforms, and the challenges were how I brought the people in. So that's what I overcame. What skill did I master? I just mastered the skill of dividing information into small, bite-sized pieces for people can digest. And that's super important as a coach or a leader. You want people to understand your concept. Even as any salesperson, if you're selling something that people need to be educated on what you do, and it makes them more comfortable to buy or to go with you, this is a perfect thing. Even if you're a real estate agent, you want to do 21-day challenge, buy a house. You're into insurance or investment, 21-day wealth building, 21-day challenge. And every day, what's in the challenge is they're doing things that's going to get them closer to you. All right. My expertise and experience from doing over 50 different challenges, I really learned a lot in the beginning. I made some silly mistakes on how I record stuff, like little technical things, how the message lands, how I do the homework. So I learned all of that. But good thing for you is I put all of it in my notes. I remembered everything. I structured this in a way that I will be able to reteach it and re-help somebody that you don't have to spend the same time. You don't have to do 50 challenges to learn everything I learned. I know. I can just teach you right away and say, watch out for this pitfall, watch out for that pitfall. And if you don't want to know why, I can explain why you don't want to have 3 different texts in one day. And that probably makes sense later for you. Okay, so how to send it, how it delivers. And I tried many different ways. I tried how it works on Facebook, how it doesn't work on Facebook, how it works on WhatsApp, what doesn't work on WhatsApp, how it works on other platforms that you might want to do, email and all this different things. I went through all of that. So I have the expertise. I'll give you the information. You're free to try it, different platforms or your way after, but I want to ask you to learn it the way I've learned it and the way I know it, and run it at least a few times, and then you can get creative and do your own thing. But first you have to have the baseline and at least do something that you know that works. All right. So now my zero to hero story. Okay. So not long ago, not that long ago, you know, I was in a different space. I was in a different space. You know, in my second marriage, you know how marriage is, you know, happy, not happy, mediocre, whatever. But then I got really sick. I got COVID and it was really bad. And in my experience for me, I mean, to make a long story short, my wife basically left me on my deathbed, and you know, I thought I was gonna die. I literally wrote my will, wrote my last testament because I thought I was gonna die. It was the darkest moment of my life. It was like, this is not happening. I didn't have any family member with me. I didn't have any friends that could come for me. I didn't have anybody. I was basically shut off, left to die alone. And I came out of that. I said, God, if you get me out of this situation, I promise I'm going to live my life to the fullest. I'm going to pursue my dream to the fullest. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to blame anybody for anything. I'm going to go and help as many people as I can help. That's the promise I made to God. And so when I did come out of that, miraculously, I didn't die. And that's a whole nother story. And I said, I got to go and help people and live my dream instead of staying in a situation like this. So I feel like now, you know, I'm living, like things are just coming to me. I'm like, wow, everything that I thought was impossible, I thought was difficult before, now it's coming to me easily. And it's almost like, this is too easy. This is, you know, and part of that was how I pushed the challenge, how I created a challenge, how people are coming into my life, and how now I have a whole program where I'm helping coaches, help other coaches, helping leaders, help other leaders. So I'm able to help thousands of people through what I'm doing, and just good things are just coming to me, blessings are coming to me. And so if you're in a situation where you feel hopeless, you feel like this is the end. I mean, I couldn't get any lower. I mean, I'm sick and I'm dying, and it couldn't get any worse. I mean, I'm smiling now, but it really was a scary situation at the time. I was very nervous, very scared. I was like, okay, this is gonna be the end for me, and what's gonna be said? What's gonna be said? And I remember writing, okay, this is actually what happened. You know, I'm trying to write it out, and you know, dark moments. So you can come out of dark moments, and every single day, I just think this is such a bonus. It's such a blessing, because I was supposed to die on that bed, and I didn't. And now I'm out, and I feel like God was like, look, go live your life. There's some things you can't do when you get to heaven. When you get to heaven, you can't do them. I can't do what I'm doing here when I get to heaven. I got to do it now. I got to have this experience now. And so that's my from zero to hero story. And I would want the same thing for you. All right, so let's continue. I know this is kind of a long introduction. I apologize, the rest won't be so long, but I do want you to understand everything. So what are the common, I'm gonna go over the common questions that people ask, is why 21 days? You know, why 21 days, why not 10 days? In my experience, and I do have a 10-day challenge, which I've doubled it to make it 20 days. So it takes people about a good 3, 4, 5 days to really get into flow. The first few days, they're just doing it random time. But to really create that habit, then once they get to 5, 6, 7 days, then they're creating the habit. By the time they get to 15 days, 16 days, that's when the habit is kind of there. And you need to give them some more time. And by 21 days, they don't want to quit. So you want to guide people through that time period to get the 21 days to actually form a habit long enough to continue after. Because what really happens after the challenge is what's going to cause the transformation, not really what happens. And that what they're learning with you, they're doing with you, building those strengths with you, but you need them to be able to continue into, you know, 3 months, into 90 days, into longer, to continue doing what you're doing. I have people that a year and a half ago did my challenge. They say it was a build your strength challenge, body strength, exercising. Yeah, you know, I still do those exercises. And because of the method that I do it, I promise that you will double your strength in 21 days. And so people are like, well, I want to do this. And then even after, they keep doing that same method, which works if someone keeps doing it for, over a year. And that's the purpose of it. There's how to be healthy challenge. There's all kind of challenge in different walks of life and different one, I have a love your spouse challenge, that is for married people, and it really helps. And they have ones for single people. And it's really the formula. Once you have the formula, depending on what your strength is and what you want to show to the world, if it's you want to teach people about nature, you want to do retreats in the mountains, whatever it is, you can find your specific target person. Because no one's going to spend 21 days doing work if they're not interested in the results that they're going to get. It's easy to send someone an article, send someone a video, say, watch this, sell someone something that there's no real commitment. And even if you get someone that could pay for something quicker, then they're going to spend 21 days doing activity, unless they're interested in the results. And if you're a coach or a leader that wants those results for that person, this is a perfect vehicle. I haven't found a better vehicle than having 21-day challenge as your mode to cause transformation in people, to get leads, to get your name out there, to build your brand. You can use it for so many things. And that's why I love it. So other questions people ask, why do I use WhatsApp to do my challenges? I've discovered, so I also do them on Facebook as well, on Facebook groups. That's how you grow your group. But I have discovered that the real work, the more intimate platform, the best platform, I tried many different ones. Basecamp, I tried all kind of challenges. All kind of different platforms, Gram, Instagram, the best one is WhatsApp. That works best. So if you don't have that, download that on your app to start getting familiar with it. And I will explain you why as we go into it. But WhatsApp, people don't have to log in. They get the message like a text message, and it's easier for video. It's easier for audio. The way we record the audio is an MP4, and it doesn't fit well on Facebook. It doesn't fit well on other platforms. You can't text it. It doesn't fit well in email. So that platform is like the best one, actually for groups as well. That's the best one that we found. That's why I use WhatsApp. Okay, what's the difference with Facebook Live challenges, the difference that we have? So a Facebook Live is gonna be 5 days, 6 days. It's gonna be somebody come live. They're really good, they're really fun, but no one's holding your hand. I've done those. If you don't do the work, no one's gonna do anything. Now, if you pay extra to be part of an elite group, that's almost like what we do inside of the WhatsApp group. But there'll be like 20,000 people in the Tony Robbins challenge, but nobody is communicating with you on an individual level. Someone's speaking to a whole bunch of people. If you want that individual level that we provide, and I found a method to do it, that's why I'm the king of challenges, then you have to pay extra. You have to pay a whole bunch of money to get into a smaller circle. You still don't get the individualized thing. It's just a smaller group. But with us, I've created a method that works well where you can have a big group and give everybody individual attention. And it doesn't cost you as much time as you would think. And in the beginning, I thought it was going to be, and I had to go through the same process, cleared my schedule, and it wasn't, because I have a method that makes it very simple, very easy. And I don't automate everything. People are like, automate, you gotta automate. Your people that are your future customers don't want to talk to a robot. You're selling yourself, you're selling what you're gonna sell after you're selling your mission. So you don't want, it's better to pay somebody else to be the person that they can talk to and get an automation. All right, we'll get to all of that later. I'm just trying to answer all the questions that you might have so that we can move forward. Okay, can I use this as a lead generator? I answered that question. Yes, you can. This is an excellent lead generator, even for people who don't do your challenge. Like, for example, I was doing a personal growth challenge at 96 people signed up. Okay, out of the 96 people, only 60 actually started the challenge. Those who started, only 30 completed it. Now, that's great. 30 people completed it. They're interested. But all 96 of those people are leads generated, are people that you invite for next time, are people that wanted to do it. They just have the discipline or the time, or they had some issue. But it's not just the 30 people that I got. I got all of those people who are interested. And now I have a bunch of leads. I have people that are interested, and they know who I am. They know my work. They know what I do. And it was offering a free challenge. And they all don't have to be free. You can, sometimes I charge for them as well. But it's just an excellent lead generator. Okay, next question is, can we use this to grow our communities? It's an excellent way to grow communities you already have. It's good to create communities with it. And it's also good to grow a community that you already have, whether it's active, you want to get more active. It's a way to bring people into the door, bring people interested into you and what you're specifically talking about. People are not going to sign up. People might sign up for something just because it's you. You bug your friends and family, they're going to sign up for it. But people are not going to do 21 days of work if they don't like the actual work or the content. And you'll tell in the day when they're doing it, day by day, when they're doing their work, you will look at their work and you will know who is really looking for results, who is serious about results, and who is just doing it because you asked them to do it. All right, so next question. Can it be used for other communities? Yes, it can be used for other communities to grow, like I just said. And it's also great for finding other people that are in other communities that might want a close, smaller niche, that wanted something a little bit more. And people can use it and then go back to their community. They can go do it a little bit. People can be part of two communities. So it's a great way. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. This is the last part of this to show you guys a little bit what you're gonna learn in this 21-day challenge. All right, so you see my challenge. Okay, so what do I have here? All right, so create your own challenge course. So I will teach you how to create your own 21-day challenge. That means it's your specific thing with your content. Now I have mine that you can use as well if you want to get your community going, if you already have a community. But I recommend you have your own with your own voice so that you're an expert on your topic and you know exactly, and you are giving the message so that at the end of it, if you ever need to sell something else and they need to offer something else, they know you and they respect you. Okay, so what you learn to do is to break up your content into 21 days. That's a challenge for a lot of people, how to break up your content to make it 21 days, to make it fit perfectly on the platform that you want to use. I'll teach you how to do that. I'm also teach you how to create and fix on the WhatsApp format. So I'm not going to tell you, we're going to do it together so that you have it formatted perfectly well, and it's easy. I want to say easy, it's super easy to run it. You just forward the message from what you already created into the group where the challenge is happening, or to the individual where the challenge is happening. It literally takes minutes to serve 90 people, and that's the difference, and that's the advantage that you have, and you can just keep doing it over and over again. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do the audio recordings. I'm gonna teach you how to add the music with it, how to, all the little techniques and tricks, how not to cut the music quicker, how to fade it out, how to make it sound professional. And those audios you can turn into videos, and I can teach you how to do that later. You can turn it into an audio video where that you hear your voice, and the music and the images are things that you're talking about. So it's like a very interactive, exciting type of video. I'm gonna teach you all of that. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to market on WhatsApp. Okay, a lot of people don't even know how WhatsApp or how to use it, but there's a way to market exactly on WhatsApp, through status, through other groups, to get people into your group. If you're running it on WhatsApp, it's good to use people that are already on WhatsApp. If you're running it on Facebook, there's a way to get people from Facebook to do it on your Facebook group. Okay, so again, I'm gonna teach you how to market on social media to get people into your challenge, find people to beta test it, and we're gonna learn how to get your first participants. So this is very exciting. Now, whether you're part of the Ignite the World program or you're part of a bigger program, this is inside of it. This is valuable information that you're gonna be able to use, or whether you're just doing just a challenge. Okay, you just learn how to do the challenge, that's it. This is information that you're gonna be able to use for time to come, okay? You'll also get a lot of coaching hours. If you have questions, you can always text me. I like using the WhatsApp set so you can get comfortable with it, because it's a great way. I've coached people and never actually physically talked to them and got their whole challenge done. And we do stuff through WhatsApp, through audios. It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful program. All right. So on the next video, we're gonna go over the steps. So I hope if you have any questions that you will message me. You will contact me. I want to be available. I say in this process, I'm like Walmart. I'm open 24/7. So you can call me anytime. You can text me anytime. And that's why I like messaging, because even if I'm sleeping, you message me, as soon as I wake up, I'll see it and I can answer, as long as you have some patience. But normally I answer pretty quickly. I'm available whenever that you might need me. Okay. So I hope that wasn't too long of an introduction. We will start on the next video to start working on your challenge. Make sure, what do you need? Make sure you have notebook, you have pen, you have stuff to take notes, you have stuff to write, And this is not just learning. You're actually going to have to do some work. You actually have to put pen to paper, put your finger to the typing, and do it. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be my personality. You can be your personality, be who you are, and we're going to have fun. And let's create your 21-day challenge. How long does it take normally? It shouldn't take you more than 30 days, but if it does take you more than 30 days because you really have to deep dive and change your material and look at your material, that's fine. You always have these videos to go back to, and you can always go. You can go at your pace, or you go at my pace. But I recommend you going fast so that you have the same energy throughout the whole challenge. Okay, we'll get to that later, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day, and see you guys later. Stop share and end call. All right, see you guys later.